Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Project Hospital, where we now have a room in our hospital where we can perform operations. However, the name that people use to refer to a room like this has been very illuminating indeed. Now I'd call this room an operating theatre, that is what I know it as, and indeed I called it an operating theatre many times in the previous video. I've seen TV documentaries and dramas and such like, and they go to the operating theatre and they get people ready to go to theatre and all that sort of stuff. So I just assumed it was widely known as an operating theatre, but according to many people in the comments on the previous video, that does not appear to be the case. It's also known as an operating room rather than an operating theatre, which did surprise me. I never knew that. I always thought that this was just an operating theatre and that was the standard name for such a room, but indeed even the game calls it an operating room rather than an operating theatre. So maybe there's some sort of cultural difference? I don't really know. Some people know it as an operating theatre, some people call it an operating room. I'm not really sure why that is the case. So to avoid any kind of further complications with the name of this room, we're not going to call it an operating theatre. And we're not going to call it an operating room. We're going to call it an operating lounge because I think that sounds very nice. It sounds a little bit more welcoming, doesn't it? You're going for an operation and we're taking you to the operating lounge. It just sounds very nice indeed. So there we go. And the operating lounge has been quite busy. We've seen a number of people over here having lots of orthopedic treatments going on. And it's been very wonderful to see. It's been very lovely. They've had their treatment and they've come over here and stayed overnight for a day or two in the wonderful orthopedics hospital ward, and they have been providing quite a lot of money. They do pay an awful lot of money if they have an operation and then they stay overnight, which is very good for us because money is looking a little bit low. This room here was not cheap to get together. All of the fancy machines were relatively expensive. So we are looking a little bit low on money. So we do need to do something about that. And one thing we could do is treat 40 patients per day. If we do that, we're going to get given $50,000, which would be very welcome indeed. So I think what we need to do is to try to make sure that we can see all of those people, we need more doctors. As we saw last time, there was a bit of a bottleneck going on. There were many people waiting. Some people gave up entirely and just went home. So yeah, we need more doctors so we can see more patients. And we did add one doctor, didn't we? We added Dr. Hoosier last time, but I think we definitely need to add at least one more. I think we add two more. I think we get a couple of extra doctor's offices over here. I think that's going to be really helpful. I mean, the original plan was to kind of put them down here, but I think what we might need to do is we might need to, as we kind of touched upon last time, change this bit down here into our sort of whatever it is, this bit down here, emergency sort of hospitalization area. This bit over here. So we have, a trauma centre and all that kind of stuff because it's near to where the ambulances can drop people off. I think if we had a trauma centre, I don't know, over there, for example, then the people, on the, they're coming from an ambulance on the stretchers or whatever, are going to have to make a fairly lengthy trip through the entire hospital to go and get treated. And if they're in a bad way, you don't want to have to walk them past all of the different kind of, the doctor's offices and the staff room and the toilets and all that kind of stuff. You kind of need them to get treated straight away. So I think, the plan is to move our kind of, whatever that is, what was that, a lab type thing? Yeah, medical labs. Move that somewhere else, possibly even down here maybe. There's a bit of room down here where we could put them. So get some medical labs kind of moved over in this direction. Although that does mean maybe we couldn't expand the pharmacy. I don't know. But we'll try and move those, use that for hospitalisation. And then, what we'll do is we'll put the two doctor's offices over here rather than over here where we'd originally planned. And that gives us a bit more room over here so we can have more hospitalisation-y stuff set up. So I think, what we'll do is we'll get rid of those two there. So hang on a second. So get rid of that and get rid of that. And then, we'll just zone those out over here. Hang on. Something that I do need to do over here. Hang on a minute. Go to radiology. I outlined for some reason a toilet just there instead of a corridor. I put a restroom just there. I'm not quite sure why. Errant misclicking. But let's put a corridor there just to kind of show that that's where we'd like a corridor. Although the game isn't overly happy with that, is it? Hang on. Let's do that like that. Oh, now it's having a bit of a wibble. Oh, what have I've just broken? So hang on. Get rid of that entirely. And now it's got rid of the entire... Oh, no. The radiology corridor has vanished. Hang on a second. Let me draw it back in. Right, radiology corridor. That one going to there. I think that was... We made that the radiology corridor as well. And even down here, look, that can be radiology's corridor as well. There you go. And we know there is going to be a corridor there. We won't put that in right now. But there we go. Yeah, I kind of messed that up last time. It looked a bit weird. Right. Okay, so more doctors' offices. So let's go back to here for a second. Go back to there. You've got 5 of them already. So there are 5. But yeah, I think we just need more. We just need a lot more of them. So hang on. So how big are they again? They are 6 by 8. Okay, so if we draw them on, so that's 6 by 8, and then another one here, and that is 6 by 8. Wonderful. Now, the only thing is we don't have that much money. We haven't got that much money. So right now, we might just have to build one of the doctor's offices and then wait for a bit more money to come in. In fact, you know what? It's 25 past 6 right now. I think what we need to do is we need to wait for the new day to roll round so we can see what money we have left to play with. Because, of course, we need to pay wages and all that kind of stuff. Let's move time on nice and quick. Oh, hang on. We've leveled up. Dr. Penge has leveled up. Oh, we're a level 3 doctor. Oh, well done, Dr. Penge. You're currently performing a saline nasal spray on Mark Williams, but we've leveled up. Oh, go us. Oh, that's wonderful. We're no longer the worst doctor in the hospital. I think we're kind of, we're equally as less qualified as anybody else. There you go. We're now on a level with Dave. That's very exciting indeed. Oh, go us. Oh, that's splendid news. Hooray. There we go. That's very good to see. I mean, what are we going to do today? 33 patients we treated. So I think if we could get that extra doctor's office in, that would get us over the line. That would get us over 40 people treated. And then we get 50 grand, and that would be wonderful. But right now, we can't really do too much. I mean, over here is going to be doing something. Oh, crikey, yeah, okay. We've got what? We've got one person staying overnight. I think we have. So Jane Lewis has been treated for acute osteomyelitis, a bacterial infection of the bone. It sounds very unpleasant indeed. However, because she has been treated for that, or she's going to be treated for that. Has she been treated for it? Yeah, she has been treated for it. She's going to pay us 2,790 money, which is very welcome. Nurse coming to check that she's okay, looking at the machines that go bing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's quite good. That's quite good. She is the only person on the ward, though. She is the only person there, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. Right, so let's move time on nice and quick. It'll get to midnight, and then hopefully we can see what wage... Oh, no, hang on. The wages have gone. We've got 7,000 monies. A terrible article about your facility in a local tabloid causes 25% of patients to go to a different hospital. Oh, okay. That doesn't help matters, because we need more people to come here. Oh, no. Oh, that's really, really awfully timed. Okay, so now we can only get 33 people in, which isn't going to help at all because we need to get 40 people in to get our 50 grand. And we've only got 7 grand right now. Okay, I think what we might need to do is, I think we just need to get through the fallout from this local tabloid nonsense that's been spread about us, this terrible article. And then, yeah, go to day 8, I would say, and then see if we can get the 40 patients. But yeah, we kind of need to survive financially until that point. So here we go. So it's flying on until morning. It doesn't go that quick, but I suppose it could be saying, hang on, you need to do something because you've got people staying overnight. But it's looking okay. So let's see, 7,000 monies now, down to 6,000 monies because we paid wages for the nurses and doctors and all that kind of stuff. Okay, right, we have 6 grand. That is not very good at all. Oh dear, hang on. So if we go to yesterday, yeah, are we going to be okay? Did we make... Oh no, there you go. Oh yeah, we spent quite a bit of money on building though, it says there. So I think we might actually be okay in terms of the money we can make. Although we are only going to get 33 people in, which isn't great. But we're already up to 8,000, which is very nice. Somebody over here waiting to go and see our doctor. Somebody coming in to do some cleaning while the doctor is doing some stuff. But okay, that's fine. Many nurses over there doing computery admin stuff. The operations lounge now not doing anything at all. But maybe we could see it in use again at some point. But, okay. So the money kind of needs to tick up a little bit. Now, can we see what we paid in wages yesterday. Is that for every? Yeah, that's for everything. So wages, we paid 4,000. I can't do these numbers in my head. Right, maths with Penge. So 4,000 plus 3, that's 7,000. So 7,800, let's call it, plus another 500. 7,800. Hang on a minute, game. 7,800. So that's 8,300 we paid in wages. Okay, right, that's okay. So now we've got enough money to pay the wages for today. That's good. Right, what's going on here? Dave has specialised. He's selected a second specialisation. If you'd like to change it, the earlier the better. I don't know how we change this. What does that mean? So he's got a specialisation, acute medicine or anaesthesiology. How do we change it? How do we change this? Oh, hang on. Advanced diagnosis might be a little bit better because you're not going to be doing anaesthesiology stuff because you're one of our GPs. Advanced diagnosis might actually help quite a bit. Okay. Right, so Dave leveled up. That's very good. Oh, and there you go. You can specialise in all these different things. Wow. Oh, okay, that's very good. That's wonderful. Okay, right, splendid stuff. So that's that. So Dave has leveled up as well. Hang on, does that mean he's a fellow? Dave he's a jolly good fellow now, which is very good. Okay, splendid stuff. No, actually, hang on. As time ticks by, I mean, already it's coming up to the middle of the day. A few people in the comments, aside from saying, why are you calling that an operating theatre? A few other people have been saying that we need to assign kind of like managers to our different departments. I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Chief Doctor. Okay, so can we have a Chief Doctor of Emergency? So how do we do that? Oh, who do we pick? Well, I don't know who we pick. It's got to be one of these 5 people because they're the 5 doctors we have. We have the 2 there. So Dr. Penge, Dr. Dave, Dr. Hoosier. Hang on, which one's which? That's Dr. Llama, I think, and that's Dr. Hollander. I don't know who is the best. Can we have a look to see who is the best? So it's not us. It's not Penge covered. I don't think it's Dave. I think these 2 are specialists. Okay, so it's going to be one of you. It's going to be either Dr. Hollander or Dr. Llama. I think maybe Dr. Llama seems to be the most qualified. Dr. Llama, you can be the Chief Doctor of Emergency. Radiology doesn't have a Chief Doctor. The labs don't have a Chief Doctor. Orthopedics, however, they do have a Chief Doctor. Okay, so Danny Powell is a specialist. You're a specialist. You're attending, and you're... right, so okay, so it's either the first 2 or the last one. Okay, so Twisted Queen has 89% knowledge of orthopedics. However, Anathus Moonscar has got 93. Danny Powell has 99. I think kind of Danny Powell has to be in charge. That makes sense. And then over in admin, we don't have a boss. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, so now I've got people in charge. I don't know what that does. I'm not entirely sure what that does for us. What happens if we have a Chief Doctor? Does that mean that does it make people work more efficiently or something? Because now they know they're reporting up to somebody? I don't really know. I'm not entirely sure. But, right, okay. So it's a little bit of a shame that thing has happened there, that's kind of kicked in, because, yeah, we are down on patients. Oh dear. Right, okay. David King. What is happening with you, David? A shaft fracture of the clavicle or a simple fracture of the clavicle? Okay, so either differential diagnosis or a CT scan. We don't have a CT scan. What do we do to treat that? That's arm surgery. That's arm orthosis. Okay. I mean, do we want to just kind of go, do you know what, it's that one, because then you'll give us 2,900 monies. What else could we do? There are many treatments, but we can't send you for another thing. How about we put you in hospital? Let's hospitalize the patient and then we'll send them for some treatment, possibly. Is that the right thing to do? We'll do that, and then hang on a minute. Can we do what's recommendations do? And that's just saying, oh, don't do anything silly. Yeah, how do we do the thing? If we put you in hospital, if we say, yep, there you go, pop over into the hospital bed. David King still has... Oh, hang on. We're gonna guess. I've got no idea. We're going to guess it's a shaft fracture of the clavicle. That's what it is. Yeah, okay, right. So now, do you need to go and have an operation? Karen Young. Oh, okay, that's exactly the same. Clearly, it's a shaft fracture of the clavicle as well. Absolutely, so much stuff. Treatment for patient's diagnosis not available. Fracture surgery. Arm. Make it work quickly. The patient is getting ready to leave. Hang on, what? Hang on. Pause time for a second. Pause time. Oh, is the other person going in? Is the other person going in for treatment, possibly? I'm not entirely sure where the other person is. A patient that couldn't be treated is leaving. Sorry, Karen. Yes, they're taking that hang on. Are they wheeling somebody about? Yeah, there we go. Right, so this person here is undergoing an operation over in the operations lounge. They're doing the clavicle thingamajigger, that thing there. I mean, could that person not have waited? Hang on, who's that? Oh, that's David King. Hang on, who's under the knife now then? That's Richard Miller. Richard Miller's dislocated his shoulder. Ow, that sounds horribly painful. Oh, okay. Right, well there you go, that's one treatment done. So now does other chappie go in and have some treatment? I'm not entirely sure. What do we do with you then? What do we do with you? You're hospitalised, waiting for the surgical team. Okay, right, that's fine. So hopefully the surgical team can sort out your shoulder and then it shall be wonderful. Okay, in you go. Operatey into the lounge. And you lot do your stuff. Do your stuff with clavicles and all the other stuff. There you go, cleaner coming in, just, keeping things spick and span. That's okay. Right, hang on. Mary Taylor has dislocated her shoulder as well. It's not available. But why? What do you mean it's not available? Is it because... Hang on. I think I know why. I don't think there are enough beds. Is that the problem? Is that the issue? She can't actually stay here because there are no beds for her to stay in. Maybe we need to get another bed set up. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. I think we've got the money to do that. I don't think they were that expensive, he says. Right, can we clone that? Copy or create a prefab? Yeah, so if we just go boob like that, and then just put that... We don't necessarily need the window game, but okay, I like the fact you tried to add it in. If we put that there, and then there is a window added. They put a bit of wall in. Yeah, we don't necessarily need the wall, I don't think, because they've got a curtain. They put a wall in and a window and then put a curtain on the other side. That's very silly. Okay, no, right, hang on a minute, hang on. Remove walls. Just get rid of the walls. Yeah, away with that wall, because the curtains are enough. So now we have another bed. Set up. Are they going to be happy with that? So it was you. Mary Taylor can't be treated. Okay, so now regular hospitalisation. So now I think you can now be treated. There you go, waiting for a free operating room. Okay, it's getting busy over here in the ward now. Oh yeah, look, someone there, now somebody there, and they're going in for an operation. Oh, this is wonderful. The operating lounge, is very, very busy indeed. That is splendid stuff. Okay, right, so it's coming up to... Oh yeah, hang on. The rest of the hospital's all shut. How was it today? Was it okay? We saw 31 people. Out of the... Oh yeah, 31 people actually got treated. 2 people... I don't know, were untreated. So, yeah, maybe that's our current limit right now. So if we do... Yeah, let's get to tomorrow. Let's get over the impact of this terrible sort of, tabloid gossip. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Right, move time on nice and quick. That can go away. Our proper patient numbers can come back. And then we can get another doctor's office sorted if we know that we have the money to actually get it set up. Because we need to build the foundations... And then we need to put all the stuff into the office as well. Which, was about $6,000, wasn't it, last time? So we might have to wait a little while. Let's hope the people over here can pay some good money. There you go. Right, okay, everything is back to normal. 45 people will come through the doors today. Right, okay, so speed time on until morning, please. And then we're going to have to see what we can do with a doctor's office over there. Right, here we go. Day 8 begins. And now, we've got 5,401 monies, which is not very much at all. So let's see how much we're going to have left if we then put the foundations in to build ourselves a new room. So we need to put a bit there and a bit there. That's another 2,000 of our money's gone. Oh dearie me. Now I think, however, if we do grab and copy that, it does copy the walls. So I don't think we need to necessarily worry about having to build walls and such like. So I think it will copy those. Yeah. The only thing is, we can't actually afford to build the doctor's office right now. So we need to actually get some people paying us some money. People over here in the ward, I'm looking at you. Because, well, there you go. That was very welcome. Thank you. I looked at you and you've paid money as well. That's 2.5 grand. Okay. We're looking okay now. I think, hang on. Before things get too busy around here, let's get that office clone. Let's clone that one, though. Let's clone the middle one. So, hang on a second. Let's do a clone thingamajig. Right, grab that, and we'll pop that there. So I think, yeah, it does put the walls in. Splendid, look at that. And it gets rid of the other ones as well. So 5,664. We have copied a cleaning cart, which we didn't necessarily need, but there we go. Do you know what? We will get rid of that cleaning cart. Hang on a minute. Where's the right button? Definitely not that one. That one there. Yeah, get rid of that. We'll get 64 monies back. That's okay. And I think what we'll do is, why is that poster yellow? Does that mean it was that invalid? That might possibly have been an invalid poster. Hang on. Move that one to there, look. And then we'll change. We won't have that poster. We'll get rid of that poster. And we'll get rid of that poster. And we'll put some different posters in this room. And we'll add a few other little bits and bobs. Because we don't want it to be exactly the same. So hang on a minute. First things first. Where are the posters? They would be... they're under decor, wouldn't they? So under decor, let's have a poster about accidents. So don't hurt yourself. And a poster about blood donors. Why not? We'll pop that there as well. Some important information at the back there. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And the rest of it can stay like that, I think. That should be okay. Anything else we want to add? They've got a clock. No, I think that'll do. Unless, shall we add a table at the back there? Should we put a table and put a skull on it just to make it a bit different? Or maybe even... Hang on, I know what we could do. Hang on a second. Hang on. Go back. Can we click on that? Does that give us everything they need? So if we could have... Oh, where's the... I thought there was a little... hang on. Maybe it's on the next page. Just a little tiny table. Like that, look. How about an equipment table? So if we could say, yes, we'll have an equipment table just there. And then... on the equipment table, can we put a mug? Can we put a mug on the equipment table? Oh, I don't think we can. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Botherations. Okay, never mind. Oh, I wanted to put a mug on there. That's ruined everything, game. Okay, we'll put... what else can we put on there then? Hang on, there's got to be something. Files. Can we put files on that? No, can't put files on that either. Cutlery. We apparently can put cutlery on that table. Why would we do that? A cactus. There you go. We're going to put cactus on that thing because we want to put something there. Oh, and hang on. But now the diploma thing isn't working, so we'll put that just there. Okay, right. That's all very good. And now, of course, we need somebody to work here. So let's have a little look. We've got, 2 4 sort of tier people. So David Wilson and Susan Martinez. David works better at night. And Susan has very clean feet, which is good. Very clean shoes, it says there. General medicine 57, diagnosis 66, acute medicine 66, and she can also do the anaesthetic stuff. 60 and 50 for David, acute medicine 58, anaesthetics, which you're not going to use at all, 44. I think Susan is 3% lower on general medicine, but diagnosis she is higher, and acute medicine she is higher. So let's have Susan Martinez. So in you come, Susan Martinez. But of course, you're not going to remain as Susan Martinez for long, because it's time for us to take a trip to the Wheel of Names. And there we go, the Wheel of Names has done its thing, and we have got a Dr. Nova now, which is wonderful. So welcome, Dr. Nova. Here we go. Now, hopefully, you can help out quite a bit. Because, yeah, what have we got? Now, hang on, go back to there. So it's 8:41 in the morning. You're going to settle in and look at your new desk and go and check your emails and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully, there we go. Already, people are coming in. Already, you are seeing people. Let's have a look. So Jane Garcia has a hand contusion. That sounds thoroughly unpleasant. There we go. You're helping out with that. And that is very good. Patient with incorrect diagnosis returns. Patient got worse because a wrong diagnosis was treated. Oh, okay. Right, hang on a second. Hang on, what can we do with you, Paul Anderson? You've got 3 hidden symptoms. There are many, many available examinations, however. So can we follow you? I think we can sort of follow you by doing this. That's okay. Right, so he's going to go and see somebody. Don't quite know who he's going to go and see. So we'll have to make sure that he actually does get treated for something. There might be a bit of a wait, Paul. It's very busy around here, but we are trying to get through people as quick as we can. We've seen, 15 people at about 11:15 in the morning, which is not too bad. That's not too bad. Will we get up to 40 people? I really hope so, because we need the money. We really need the 50 grand. Right, here we go. So you're in with Dr. Dave. Okay, so what is Dr. Dave doing? Another physical examination. Okay, that does make sense. Yeah, so what are your things? Contact dermatitis, malaria, shingles, or rat bite fever. Okay, so maybe a skin allergy test would help out. So can we request one of those, please, Dr. Dave? Can we get one of those done? Not quite sure if you can do that right now or not. Okay. And there you go. Yes, it's narrowed it down to contact dermatitis. It's a localized rash or irritation of the skin caused by contact to an allergen or irritant. Okay, so there we go. And I think you've been prescribed antihistamines, which hopefully you will go and get from the lovely pharmacy. Oh, look at that. That person bought loads of things. You spent a bit of money as well. Okay, excellent stuff. There we go. So yeah, you got incorrectly diagnosed last time, but we're a bit better now. We're a little bit better now, so I apologise for that, but there we go. You got sorted in the end. Let's clear the notifications. How are we looking? 27 people. Come on, another 13. Come on, Dr. Squad. And then we can get paid a huge amount of money, and we don't have to worry anymore about the cash. Oh no, Carol Johnson. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, it's this one. It's nail fungus. It's nail fungus. That's what it is. It clearly is that. You've got your nails getting all thick, your nails crumbling, your nails discoloured. It's nail fungus. It is that. So, okay, she's waiting in the pharmacy. She can get some stuff. The pharmacy is very busy. The pharmacy is very busy. Do we need another person in the pharmacy? It does tend to move quite quick. Look at that, the amount of people there. And we've done it. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, and look at that. With an hour and a bit. No. What time do we close? 6. Well, with 2 and a bit hours to spare. Okay, right. That has changed the complexion of things a little bit, because now we don't need to worry so much about money. I was a little bit concerned before that we were kind of, we're getting a little bit of money each day, but a lot of it's gone on wages. Oh, Stacey Sue has leveled up. You're now a specialist nurse. This is wonderful. Do you get a new thing? Do you get a new skill? No, you do not. Okay, right. So that is now done. We've got almost 70 grand now, which is very, very good. So do we look at moving that around? And really, as we sort of looked at last time, as we sort of touched upon, we don't have to have individual rooms. We could just have one big, huge lab split up into the different sort of zones that this area requires. I can't remember what they were again. What were they? They were the one we've got. So hematology, microbiology, and histology. So we could just have a big room with those 3 in. And maybe it doesn't even need to be that big. I don't even think it needs to be that big. We do need the waiting area, because people do come down here and wait. But again, possibly that's a little bit big. I mean, yeah, could we relocate that down here? Could we put that there? That would be maybe that we couldn't get the pharmacy any bigger. What did we plan down here? Hang on a second. What did we put there? We put a cleaning. What's that? That's a study room. That could be quite useful. That's a cleaning closet. And that is a service office. Okay, hang on. What did the service office do? Remind me what the service office did. Oh no, hang on. That's in admin, isn't it? The service office. The room allows you to hire a manager who increases the overall efficiency of all janitors in the hospital and allows you to assign them to clean individual rooms. Okay, I wouldn't mind having the manager in. I'm not so bothered about assigning them to individual rooms. That seems a bit of a bother. And the study room, they can just train their skills, which again does sound very good indeed. 4x3, that's quite big for that room there. Okay, right, so what do we want to do here then? We've got a big bit down here that we need to clear. Do we reposition that somewhere else, or do we put that over there? And also, whilst we're thinking about this, a few people in the comments have said, okay, it's all very good, you're doing some good hospital building, it's looking wonderful. You do need to kind of factor in where some elevators are going to go, because at some point you're going to need to build those to get up to the next floor. And yeah, you don't want to have to kind of knock down rooms or shrink things or whatever. You kind of need to factor in some locations for elevators. So yeah, that's a very, very good point. Thank you for pointing that out, people. So elevator planner. How big are the elevators? That is my question. I don't know how big they are. I imagine, for some reason, they're 2x2. So I'm not entirely sure. How can we find out? Can we build an elevator? Hang on, where would they be? Would they be... there. There we go. Right, elevator. Okay, the elevators aren't 2x2. They're 4x4. That's significantly bigger than I thought they might be. How much are they? They're about 2,000 of the monies. Okay, right. We're going to need to factor in some of these as well. Not loads, but some. Okay, right, that's thrown me a little bit. I wasn't expecting them to be that big. Okay, right, that's fine. So at least we know now about them. They're 4x4, they're quite big. Righty-ho, right, we'll work around that, I think, possibly. Yeah, so what do we do with this? What do we do with this? Do we pick it up and move it over here? But then potentially that could block any expansion of the pharmacy. Although, to be fair, there are quite a lot of seats in the pharmacy, and we can get another person working in the pharmacy to make sure that we move through people quick enough. And really, all this stuff here isn't required. This stuff here is kind of just for show. It's that stuff behind the desk that's the important stuff. I don't know if people really go to these. They're just, to make it look nice. So yeah, we could just hire another person to help out if the pharmacy gets busy. And then there's no rule that says we can only have one. We could build another one if we wanted to. So I think maybe we pick that kind of stuff up and we put it over here. The only thing is, I think maybe it's ever so slightly too big, unfortunately, which is a bit of a pain. Hang on. Can we work out how big that is? If we go to, say, build foundations, and we rotate that round. So how big is it from there to there? So that is 13. And how big is that to there? That's 13. Okay. I think... Hang on though. If we draw a line like that, yeah, it just goes through the end there. So it is going to stick out right to the edge here. And we don't want that. We want it to have a little path, like a little green band around the edge. So we can put nice things there. We want to have nice things there. We're going to put loads of plants around the edge eventually when we get the money to do so. So I don't really want to do that. So we can't just kind of pick this stuff up and clone it, unfortunately. Or could we? Could we just grab everything up to the end there? Just grab all of that and not include the final bit. And the rooms would just be a teeny tiny bit smaller. Is that what we could do? But we don't want to clone it. We want to move it, really. We don't want to clone it because that'll still be there. And then we've got to sell all the stuff. We really want to rebuild the structure over here and then move those items over. Okay, right. I think that's what we're going to have to do. But yeah, we're going to build it a bit differently. Okay, fine. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of our plan for that then. So we'll have to move that over to here, which is a bit of a faff. However, also, I wouldn't mind getting these in. I know we don't need these. I know we don't need these things in. But it would be quite nice to have a little learning room and then a cleaning room for this particular place and then get ourselves, whatever that was again, yeah, a service office. That sounds like a fun thing to have as well. So maybe we could get those in as well as getting the other stuff in. We're going to do that, I think. 6,520 monies on some foundations, but that's okay. Right, let's get walls and things in. Yeah, so hang on. So rotate round again. So we've got the outside walls in. That's okay. I mean, if that's now going to be admin stuff, that's got to be the same type of wall as that, which is wonderful. That looks very nice. Okay, so the cleaning rooms are... Hang on, what walls are they? So they're those ones with the sort of stripy floors. Okay, so let's get that room set up then, because we can do that one. Oh, hang on a minute, I've not done that quite right. We're missing a little bit off the end there. Look, hang on, the rooms aren't quite big enough, because then, yeah, that means we have our little kind of one sort of square wide bit of grass around the edge. Okay, do you know, that's fine. We can just rejig that ever so slightly. And do you know what? We'll put the walls in for the learning room and that room as well. Let's have a little look at what we could do for those. I mean, I think the learning room could have a lovely brick kind of feel to it. I think that could be quite nice. We haven't got anything like that quite yet, I don't think. So hang on. So like that. So can I put the walls in? Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. That's quite nice. It makes you feel a little bit like you're in some sort of, you know, very fancy cafe type thing. I like that. So we'll do that. And then we'll rotate that round and draw that down like that. And then swivel about and do that. So there we go. And we'll put some windows in as well. And then for our office type thingamajig, could we have... I mean, maybe, yeah, we'll have that. So it looks a little bit different. Yeah, I quite like that. That's okay for an officey sort of room. So we'll drag that in and then get the end bit in as well. Right, let's just kind of rejig that ever so slightly. Let's get the little sort of cleaning closet wall in and done. Right, so hang on a minute, drip a drop the wall and put a bit there. Hang on, rotate round and a bit there and rotate it round again and a bit there. And there we go, wonderful. Right, now we need to do the floor for this one. So we've kind of done... Oh, hang on a minute. Press the floor button. Right, so drop the floor in like that. For the room where we do the learning, I think maybe just some like laminate wooden flooring would look quite nice. Yeah, that looks okay. That's fine. And then for the sort of managey room, I mean, have we got just carpet? How about dark lino flooring? Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. And then... we want to make sure that we go to there. So cleaning closet needs to just kind of go like that a bit. And then service office needs to go like that. And the study room needs to go like that. Okay, that's good. Right, now we need some windows and some doors, because that's going to be helpful. So here we go. Doors, I mean... people need to know not to wander into these things, don't they? What doors have we got on the other ones? So, yeah, restricted area, definitely for the cleaning cupboard. Maybe we can have the same again for these, because we don't want members of the public wandering in here thinking it's for them. We don't want that to happen. So we'll have one like that and one like... that, I don't know, that'll do. Right, so people can get in and then we can have some windows. Let's have some windows with blinds. So I'll have a window with a blind there and there. The cleaning room doesn't need that kind of stuff. And then we'll have one there and one there and one there, because that room is lovely and airy and light, which is splendid. Okay, now we need to put the things in the room. So over here, this room doesn't need too much. So it needs a couple of shelves. What did we do with that? We put loads of shelves in on the other one, didn't we? So 4 shelves and a sink and a few other bits and bobs. Okay, so we'll make that just sort of look nice. So we'll put 3 shelves in there. We'll have, hang on a minute. Hang on, rotate that around. So a bucket cart and a bucket cart, 2 of those. And then on this side, let's have, hang on a minute, which is the way to the bin. I don't think it has a way to the bin. We'll have 1 of those. We'll have a plastic hamper thingamajig. And we'll have a sink, so the cleaner can wash their hands, which makes perfect sense. There we go. And we'll have a cabinet with drawers in the corner, just so they can keep important cleany tool things there. Okay, so that's good. So the cleaning office is done. Then over here, the service office. Okay, what do we have in here then? So it needs to have a desk and a PC, all that kind of stuff. Let's give them... a glass office desk, because it's all very fancy. And we'll rotate it round so they can sit... hang on a minute, hang on. Can we do it like that? Drop all the walls. So can we have that. So they're looking out like that, look. So hang on. So that's where all the desk stuff has got to go. So they can be looking toward... I don't want them to be looking... No, hang on. We're going to do it like that. Or do we just put them like that? So they're looking out the window. But that means when people come in, they've got their back to them. That's a bit rude. No, we'll do that, look. So we'll put it there. And then we'll have the office chair, which can be a lovely shade of red. So we'll pop that there. They can have their proper PC like that. And then they can have a printer, which is very good. And then I'd like them to have some paper stuff as well. So can we put some smaller things in? They can have a little coffee table. That could be quite nice. We'll have a little coffee table. And then we'll have some corner... Let's have a corner cabinet over there. And then a cabinet with drawers. Like that and that. And then let's put... They can have a bookshelf. Have a couple of bookshelves, actually. That's absolutely fine. They can have a radio that can sit on one of those. They're not going to have a TV because that might be pushing it a little bit. They can have a bookcase. Maybe we'll put a bookcase kind of there and there. And they can have a card file as well for important card file purposes. And then maybe they can have a sofa on this side under the bookshelves. That's quite nice. And then we want to get some basic stuff. So a clock can go in like that. And we want to get a bin. Yeah, trash bin. Definitely want one of those. Yeah, okay. I like that. And then, yeah, what else can we put in it? A plant, of course. We need a plant in the corner, clearly. And then I think that should be okay. That should be okay. What other decorative things can we put in? Files. That's quite important. Can we put them anywhere? Hang on. We can put a mug on the coffee table. That seems a little bit better. There we go. Hang on. Can we make that a... Hang on. Can we... How do we change it? That there. Can we make it a red mug? Because it's kind of a red theme type thing going on. We'll have an info board as well, possibly. Pop one of those. And we don't need these things. I just like having all these bits and bobs around. It makes it feel nice. And you know what? We'll put a cactus on there as well. There we go. So now I've got that room done. We need to hire somebody for that. And then we have our learning room. I think that learning room might be too big. But do you know what? It's fine. We're okay with it. So what do we do in here then? So there's a projector screen and a video projector. Oh, this is all very retro, isn't it? Okay, right, fine. So we're going to have that on that side of the room, I would say. And then we need a video projector has to go with, and that has to go there. Okay. And then we're going to give people fancy chairs. So do we just have a row of fancy chairs? I don't really know. We'll have 4 like that to begin with. Is that it? I'm a bit confused as to what we need to make this work, because it seems to be saying we need other bits and bobs as well. Do you know what? We will have in the corner, we'll have a couple of coffee tables. We will put a coffee machine on... Hang on. Why can't I put a coffee machine on the coffee tables? Come on, game. Come on. Come on. That's prime usage for such a thing. Okay, we can't do that. We'll have a dining table next to those where we can put the coffee machine, because that's a bit weird, but okay. Why can't we put the coffee machine down? What? Why can't we place... Hang on, why? That's going all very odd. Hang on a second. Why can't we put the coffee machine... Oh, hang on, we've got to turn it round. Oh, like that. It was facing the wrong way. Well, of course it was. And then we'll have... I don't know, like a paper holder there as well. For a bit of paperwork, that's fine. A couple of bookshelves because it's a learning place. We'll have a couple of bookshelves on that side as well because that seems sensible. I think that'll do for now. That'll do for now. I don't quite know what else we need. Oh, no, hang on. Fruit. Hang on. We can put fruit on the tables. Hang on, which way round does the fruit need to go? Like that. Oh, yeah, we'll have some fruit, because that's good for people. Oh, hang on. I was going to put fruit juice, but nope, donuts. We're having donuts. There we go. Donut and fruit. The prime combination. And we'll put a water dispenser in as well. There we go. Oh, I like that. There's a donut tray. Don't show this to the cardiology doctors. Very good. Okay, there we go. Hang on. No, we're not done. We need 2 very important things. We need a bin in the corner, and we need a plant. Let's have... that one. Oh, hang on. That maybe doesn't look as nice as I seem to think it might. That one just there. There we go. And I think that is that done. Okay. So how do we tell people to use this? What happens in this room? I don't really know how this room functions. We will find out, I'm sure. But we do need to hire a couple more people. We need to hire our business manager, or whatever it is, our service manager over there to make the janitors a little bit better. And we need to hire a new janitor, appropriately enough. Okay. All right, let's do the janitor first then. Let's hire a new janitor. So there we go. Lisa Adams or Dana Wright. Lisa Adams is slow, but does require, less rest. Or Dana Wright does have 2 hidden thingamajigs. She has 2 hidden things. Gift shop vendor. So efficiency 64, dexterity 55, efficiency 52, dexterity 66. So Dana is a little bit quicker. Do you know what, Dana Wright? We'll go for you. And of course, we need to rename you. So over we go to the Wheel of Names. Okay, so the Wheel of Names has selected Silent Psychopath. I mean, should we be worried about that? I'm not entirely sure, but there we go. So we've now employed a very quiet, practically silent psychopath. So there we go. Got 1 new person in, which is wonderful. They're reporting into possible llama, which is splendid. And then we need to get our new kind of, janitor manager in. So who do we have here? So, here we go. There's a special manager kind of trait thing. I mean, I'm looking. They're all 3 star. Well, whatever that is, 3. I was going to say 3 star, but not so. 3 broom, 3 brush people. So they're all very good. So really, it's a case of who's got the best kind of traits. Kate Hernandez has the highest manager ability, so 43%. And she is a scholar. She uses her free time to study in the study room, and her rest levels decrease low. It's going to be her because he lives far away. She's got a hidden trait, but she's not as good at managing, and you're not as good at managing, but you've not revealed all of your traits to us, and they could be 2 terrible traits. So Kate Hernandez, in you come as the janitor manager. But again, we're going to rename you Kate Hernandez. So away we go again to the Wheel of Names. And the Wheel of Names has landed on Olivia Tea Cakes, which is wonderful. So there we go. Olivia Tea Cakes is our new janitor manager. I'm a little bit disappointed that we're not going to have a Dr. Tea Cakes, because that would have been wonderful. But there we go. It's all down to the Wheel of Names. It is a mystery with the Wheel of Names. So there we go. Olivia Tea Cakes is now our janitor manager, which is wonderful. And I think, hang on, if we go to here, can we now see what you do? Because I'm not entirely sure what you do. So you're going to sit at your computer in your very fancy office and do some stuff. You're managing janitors. But what does that mean? Does that mean the janitors are operating, I don't know, 1% quicker, 3% quicker, 10% quicker? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what that does to them. I don't know why that's a thing. But okay, there we go. At least we do have that. And we've added these bits in, and we've expanded our little kind of admin department a bit, which is very welcome. So now really, the only thing we need to complete our admin department is a cafeteria. And I would like to get one of those in. I mean, okay, a restroom and a common room and all that kind of stuff. That's important as well. But I think maybe we could get a cafeteria set up over here somewhere, possibly. We've got room down here for some stuff, but that's kind of more central. We will have to factor in elevators and such like for that, because we don't want to make, want to make sure that people can get to the cafeteria. Very important part of a hospital, a cafeteria. People have got to eat. Okay, there we go. That is wonderful. So they're all in. Maybe not required things, but they're in, and that's very good. So now we need to do the big job of moving that over. We've got to move that over to over here. So we're going to have to build a big kind of thing. What I'm thinking is, though, maybe we don't build it that big. Like that waiting room, it's lovely, but it's very, very big for what it is. So maybe we could make it a little bit smaller. Only a tiny bit smaller. Only a little bit smaller. And then, that might save a bit of room over here. Maybe we could just fit everything into this area here, possibly, and save a bit of money on kind of, foundation costs and such like. Because, it's going to be quite costly to relocate that entire thing over there. But there we go. That's going to be a big job. That's going to be a big job. So what I think we'll do is, we will do all that kind of stuff next time out. Right now, let's get through to the end of the day, shall we? Let's get through to the end of the day. And then we'll finish up when the new day rolls around, and then we can get all this kind of stuff done, and we'll see how much money we've got left. Okay, so the clinic closed, 1 person waiting, so we saw 43 people. Oh, hang on. What happens if we treat 45? Increase clinic patients per day to 25. Okay, so they're going to send more people in. And yeah, these two goals here, we can't do quite yet because we haven't really got the space to do all the stuff. But okay, I think, though, that is what we need to do next time. So really, yeah, we shufty this out of the way. So we move our lab stuff. And possibly, maybe, we could get one of the other labs set up. Okie doke. Because, yeah, we've got one lab, got hematology, but the other two aren't doing anything. So we could get a couple of those to, help with diagnosis and such like. We'll have to see what we can do with money for that. But yeah, the big thing next time is going to be enabling hospitalisation at emergency, because that unlocks the intensive care unit. And then when we get hospitalisation set up, the intensive care unit, we get ambulances. And then who knows what's going to happen with that? I've got no idea. I imagine all sorts of nonsense will happen and we'll get various things wrong, but never mind. How are we looking over here? Just a quick check. We've got 3 people in. 3 people, that is wonderful stuff. I mean, not for them. It's not good they're in hospital and they're injured and such like, but it's good for us because, it's making use of our ward and the facilities. It's making use of the staff because we don't really want to pay their wages for no reason. So that's very good. I'm very happy with that. Yes, we're going to plough on until the morning and then we'll get building and such like and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, when it gets to morning, when it gets to what, 7, do we open? When does it stop doing its thing? I don't know. But yeah, we will finish things up and then we'll come back next time and just see how we get on. But yeah, I think that's gone very well. I think that's gone very well indeed. I mean, yeah, we've done a bit of building and we've got some other bits and bobs sorted as well. But yeah, mostly, yeah, we've got that money sorted. So we're not looking quite so fragile in the finances department. Okie doke, there we go. Right, pause time for a second. And yeah, with that done, we will finish up. Come back next time and see if we can't get hospitalisation at emergency all set up and running, which will be very exciting indeed, because that makes us feel a little bit like an even more proper hospital. I mean, yeah, okay. We've got an operating lounge, there you see, fancy, and ward over there. But if we have people coming in, dealing with proper urgent emergencies and ambulances dropping people off and all that kind of stuff, that makes it even more hospitally. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what we can do with that. But we'll do all that next time out. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Project Hospital. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time.
Let's follow Matt Spence, aka Duke Nukem, as he chases after a dirty villain. There are a lot of angry people still. I don't know why. Never ever employ him, he's terrible. This place is full of rats. Timothy Robles with your kind of crazy eyes. You have tea leaves in for one of my shops.